What's up, y'all? Welcome back. So let's talk about a stellium. Everybody's like, what's a stellium? What's a stellium? Hey, stellium. I don't care how you say it. Just say it however you want to say it. Throw your flavor on it. Okay, I'm saying stellium. Okay, so that's when 3 or 4 or more planets are all together, sitting together. All right, so essentially it's like 3 or 4 or more of your homies, the planets, y'all go into the same club together. All right, that's what's happening with the stellium. It's a concentration of energy. It's a concentration. So you got to think about it. It doesn't matter if it's Uranus, the oddball out, the person who's off to the side, the rebel, the person who does their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Is in their own space, in their own world. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's with Venus. It doesn't matter if it's with the moon. It doesn't matter if it's with Saturn. A stellium is a concentration of energy. So it's like a huge spotlight on that house and what's going on there. So a lot of people say, oh, I don't have planets in the other houses. No, it just means that stellium, where you have it, and yes, you can have more than one, right? You can have like a 3rd house stellium and a 9th house stellium. Those things don't work together though. So this is why you definitely have to know your planets and your signs and all that, right? 12 signs, 10 planets. And you know that Venus rules 2 signs. It rules Taurus and Libra. So for instance, let's say you have a stellium and, concentrated energy, a lot of, planets together at the same club rolling together. Especially if, let's say you have the moon, Mercury, and then Saturn all in the 3rd house. You really want to say what you're feeling and thinking, but Saturn be like, nah, son, pull back. Is that really necessary? Do you need to say what you're thinking? Because Saturn is the father planet, right? The planet of restrictions and boundaries and learning how to think before you speak. All right. And really think before you share more than that, honestly. So with a stellium, it's all that energy, that extra, all those toppings on a pizza pie, the extra slices, the extra flavor. All right. And, universe is basically saying that this is the area of life that you are concentrating on. So let's say you have Mercury in the 3rd house, right? You have to look also to Gemini and Virgo, and that will unlock that energy. So topics from the 3rd house and topics, wherever Gemini is sitting in your chart and wherever Virgo is sitting in your chart are going to be topics of conversation that are going to lead to wherever Mercury is at. Okay, all roads lead to Mercury. It doesn't matter if you're the thought or the idea starts at wherever Gemini is. Let's say if Gemini is in the 2nd house, and then Virgo would be in the in the 5th. You know what I'm saying? So those things will come together, and then let's say Mercury is located in the 9th. So then you would be talking about 9th house things, but also pertaining to the 2nd house and the 5th house. So a stellium is just, okay, so you pulling up at somebody's house, it's like you knocking on a door. Where Mars at? Oh, Mars been left. Mars already went to the club. Why aren't you over there with Mars? Oh, okay, my bad. You know what I'm saying? And then you try to go to Scorpio's house and you knock on the door like, yo, Mars over here? No, Mars been left. Mars is over there. Mars is chilling in Sagittarius, bro. Mars is sitting over there in the 12th house, yo. Bruh, ain't nobody telling me? No, nobody told me. Oh, okay. So then you go to the 12th house, that's where Mars is. But you still have to get information from those other 2 houses before you can even end up at that last house with Mars there. So I hope that makes sense. When you guys have a stellium, it's a concentration of energy. It's where you have a lot of frustration, a lot of passion. It's where your mind is at all the time. It's the club that you spend the most time at, okay? But it's also a place that drives you the most crazy as well. So depending on which house you have it in, you guys let me know which house stellium you are. I'm a 5th house and a 6th house stellium. So it's like I'm always thinking about creating, and I'm always thinking about how I want to organize and manage my time and my health. And I'm thinking about all those kind of things, you know what I mean? So that's what those are. But I have to make sure that I'm stepping out of that club, because I don't want to stay there with my broken heel being all fucked up and shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to make sure you're coming out of there. So that's why the stellium can feel overwhelming. It can feel as if, you know, you just never had control over that area, or it was just a focus for you, a hyper focus. Okay, that's what this energy is. It's a hyper focus of energy. So a stellium also includes, you know, depending on what kind of astrology you are, I feel like you do your own research. Once you go through a lot of clients, you'll see what really applies. But a lot of people usually just use the major planets, you know, the 10. And some people use asteroids, some people do not. I think definitely, why not? Because some of the asteroids are definitely very heavy. You know, I feel like if Chiron is there, North Node is there, like those are very important and to who you are and what you're doing and all those things in South Node. So I would personally look at it, especially if there's a planets there like, you know, Neptune or Uranus, Saturn, Mars. I mean, damn, any planet, honestly, because it has a lot to do with who you are and who you're becoming. So it's up to you guys, and you guys will see in your own studies, and you'll see how it applies to you and your stellium. All right, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.